What's good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. I'm your host, Terry. Um, Bad news tonight. Seth Trimble out with a broken arm. Um, there is no timetable for his return per the team. But from Seth's own Instagram post, seems like it's only gonna be a few weeks. From a source that I'm not necessarily gonna say, I have heard 2 weeks. He'll be back after the Central game. That's what I've heard through the grapevine. Not gonna say where I heard that, but that's what I've heard. And then I saw the Instagram post kind of confirmed what I heard. So that is pretty much all I have to go off. And yeah, now it doesn't say doesn't say what he broke. It just says he broke a bone in his left forearm. It doesn't say he broke his left forearm. So, there's 206 bones in the body. It could be any little bone in here. So hopefully it's just something minor. He is getting surgery this week, which is good. Go ahead, get out the way. Sooner you get it done, sooner you can recover, sooner you can get back to playing. If it does really end up being a few weeks, this is, kind of the best time for it. The next 4 games that we have is really nothing to worry about. As far as, the schedule goes, I mean, our next 4 games are Radford, North Carolina Central, Navy, St. Bonaventure. This is really the time. But after that, we got Michigan State, Kentucky, Georgetown. So it's like, if he can kind of be back in like 2-3 weeks, by Thanksgiving, that'll be great. Because we'll need him for that Michigan State game. So if he only misses these 4 games coming up, that'll be great. But really, that'll only be like a week. Yeah. So yeah, if he can come back, because we do got a week off between Navy and St. Bonaventure. So if he can come back before that 27th, dang, we playing on Thanksgiving? But hey, what I'm saying? If he can come back before Thanksgiving, it'll be good. But, as long as he's back before that Kentucky game, that would be great. If it really does end up only being a few weeks, which, we never know. That could just be the timetable. Then after he gets surgery, you just never know. And that's kind of the report that came out. Like after the surgery, we'll kind of just reevaluate and see. But yeah, Seth is definitely a big part of this team. Definitely gonna miss him. His defense for sure, but I mean it's kind of hard to replace. 17 points. I just been putting up, so it's gonna be interesting to see who steps up. For me, I expect Luka to definitely take another step. I expect to see a lot out of Luka. I got faith. This is a time for, the young guys, Derek Dixon, Isaiah Dennis, it's your time right now, to kind of make your mark. Yeah, Jaden Young. I mean, everybody, now's the time to make a name for yourself. But I definitely think those 2 freshmen and Derek Dixon and Isaiah Dennis, I think they could pick up the slack and help us out. But really gonna miss the defense, like I said. But these next 4 games we have coming up is like we'll be fine. Yeah, we should be perfectly fine, honestly. But just wanted to go ahead and make a quick little video about it. Because when that news broke for me, I was already having such like a bad day. Bryce Young, trash, cost the Panthers an easy win versus the Saints. LaMelo Ball, timetable is unknown. He's out already for tomorrow against the Lakers game. He's just missing games left and right at this point. We don't even know what's going on. So that news came out about LaMelo. I was already mad from the Panthers game earlier today. Then I'm fuming about LaMelo. And as I literally am going off about LaMelo, the notification hits my phone about Seth Trimble. And it was just like, the second tower has fallen. Like, it was like, oh my, like literally, it came at a time where I was already upset about an injury. And then that came. And it was just like, wow. So yeah, just had to get this out, and I'm super happy to hear this might only be a few weeks. That's a blessing. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. We will see how this affects the team. I think, we'll be able to hold it down for these next 4 games for sure. Gonna be interesting to see who steps up. But anyways, I will catch y'all on the next one. And y'all did run up that video from the last game against Kansas. Appreciate the love. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I will be pumping out a lot more Tar Heels content. I make Panthers content. Obviously, I make Hornets content as well. So if you're into those things, stick around. But either way, subscribe. I'll be covering stuff, no matter what it is. I'm sure I got something for you. If you live in North Carolina, one of these logos means something to you, I'm sure. And if you're here for Carolina content, I'm going to be pumping that out too. At 1,500 subscribers, I will be doing t-shirt giveaway. We are like 1,470 something. So, hey, subscribe. If you've got any Carolina fans, tell them about the channel. Subscribe. Hornets, Panthers fans, send them to the channel. Subscribe. If you just want to see a guy talk about sports, subscribe. And, hey, if you just want a free t-shirt, subscribe. But anyways, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.